Hello, my name is Lauren Vidinsky, and this is my senior capstone, where I transform a small town through interior design. I present to you the Sierra Vista Community Center. To start, I'd like to tell you a little bit about Sierra Vista and my connection. So, I was born and raised in Sierra Vista, Arizona. My dad was an Army man. He retired there before I was born, met my mom, got married, had me, had my brother, and pretty much they just said, hey, we're gonna stay here for the rest of our lives. So I grew up there. In simpler terms, I'd have to say that growing up there was pretty boring. There wasn't really much to do. I was lucky I had my brother, I had my childhood best friend, but really, outside of things like that, it was just uneventful. Now, Sierra Vista is a small town. It's got about 43,000 people, give or take, in the population. That includes the military base that we're located next to. And it's about 10 miles north of the Mexico-US border and 60 miles south of Tucson. So, it's pretty far away from everything. If you wanted to go shopping or do anything fun, you pretty much had to drive to Tucson or, pop on over the border to Mexico if you were old enough for that stuff. But, yeah, that was what it was like to grow up in Sierra Vista. Pretty boring, nothing going on. Now, you're probably sitting there watching this thinking, geez, Lauren, you're just being a little dramatic. Everybody says that about growing up in small towns. And okay, you're totally right. So, what really was there to do growing up in Sierra Vista, Arizona? To start, we had the Sierra Vista Mall, a one-story hall of sadness. Now, I know that these pictures that I have up might be a little misleading. However, at least half of these storefronts are currently empty. When you're in middle school, just coming into the age of socialization, the hall was a cool place to be. But where is it that you go once you grow out of that stage? This is where the Sierra Vista Aquatic Center, also known as the Cove, comes in. The Cove is a state-of-the-art indoor pool with a wave machine that creates waves equivalent to spending a day at the beach. However, even though the Cove was the place to be in the summer months, the remaining months of the year really left the youth of Sierra Vista without a safe, fun, and engaging environment. Now, okay, it probably sounds super boring right now, but Sierra Vista does have other leisure amenities. First off, we have the Oscar Urine Community Center, also known as the OYCC. It's a community center that most residents don't really know about. It's located across the street from the Ethelberger Center, which is the designated senior center for Sierra Vista. Due to close proximity and poor advertising, the only citizens that frequent the OYCC are the senior citizens, who again, I state, already have their own designated center. Now, I've been in the OYCC and it is severely outdated, and it definitely doesn't have the design and feel of a fun and engaging space. So that leaves us with our last place. Besides the mall and the Cove for residents aged 12 to 20, we have the Veterans Memorial Park. The park is beautiful. It has a pavilion that is available to host a plethora of fun events, but unfortunately, most of those events take place during the summer and early fall months. So, where does all this information lead us? If there is no designated place that is safe, engaging, and fun, what are the youth of Sierra Vista supposed to do? If you were like me, you had parents who put you into after-school activities. For me, that looked like doing karate at least 3 times a week, swim lessons during the summer months, art in my spare time, and lifeguarding once I got older. Having all of those designated activities helped keep me out of trouble for the most part, but what I had growing up isn't always the case. I got lucky. But there's a lot of other people out there who didn't have those same opportunities, and it was definitely way harder for them to grow up in a small town like this. A lack of activities anywhere that are dedicated to creating good environments for youth leave a lot of other opportunities for not so great activities to happen. I mean, growing up in Sierra Vista, it was just way too easy for kids to get in trouble. Without a space that was meant for them, it was way too easy to turn to things like sneaking out to the waterfall and doing drugs and other illicit activities. I mean, it was constantly a game of, what bad choices can I make today? And this is what leads you to my solution, the Sierra Vista Community Center. I created this space with aspects of third place theory in mind: a neutral space, a playful mood, a home away from home, and accessibility to all. In total, there are 17 spaces that cater to everyone in the community, not just for senior citizens. Sierra Vista is seen as a snowbird town, and a lot of amenities are here for the elderly. But my community center pushes past those norms and breaks those boundaries. I'm going to take you on a walk through the space. As you come through the entrance, you're immediately taken into the Hummingbird Cafe. Fun fact, Sierra Vista is called the Hummingbird Capital of the United States. I thought this would be a cool way to pay tribute to that awesome title. The cafe and lounge feature bar-style seating, lounge seating, access to a commercial kitchen, and floor-to-ceiling windows. This space, as all the other spaces in my community center, are designed to be laid back, open, and modern, where friends can come together, a student can do their work and grab coffee, and in the cafe, you can eat food, hang out, and have a good time. On the surrounding areas of the first floor, there's an adult lounge, playroom, sports court, and 5 out of 7 multi-purpose rooms. I designed each multi-purpose activity room throughout the space differently to showcase some of the different ways that they can be used by the community. The 5 rooms on the first floor were designed as follows: a collaboration space, a study space, a reading space, a movie and hangout room, and an exercise room. As we move up in the space to the second floor of the facility, any of the 3 stairs can be used, as well as 2 of the elevators. It is important that the community center is accessible to all. Therefore, those who are unable to use stairs can access the second floor without issue. In addition, the elevator on the far left of the floor plan also gives access to the green roof sitting area. On the second floor, for the top left of the floor plan, we have the greenhouse. Greenhouses are a chance to educate the community on gardening and living healthy and sustainable lifestyles. Benefits of greenhouses include mental health improvements and creating a common ground for users of the space. I really wanted to put a greenhouse in my building because I thought it would be such an amazing idea to educate people and have a twist on a community garden. In addition to the elevator in the building that leads up to the green roof sitting area, there is a spiral staircase located in the greenhouse that will take you up there. Continuing down to the bottom left of the floor plan, we come to the staff lounge. It was so important to me that all of the users of the facility feel comfortable and welcome here, and that includes the staff. So I created seating for 6, a flat screen TV, a kitchen, and 2 private bathrooms as well, both which go by ADA guidelines. Making the journey to the far top right of the second floor, we have my favorite space in the building, the youth lounge. This is the idea that got me on this project, so I made sure to design it to be a space that I would have loved to hang out in growing up. With seating for 13, gaming systems, flat screen TVs, and a cool view of the cafe below, this youth lounge is an incredible place to hang out with friends after school and on weekends. It's important to have safety throughout this space as well, so I included cameras that staff can view the room through. This way, the users of the space can have supervision without that supervision being overbearing. On the bottom right of this floor plan, we have our 2 remaining activity rooms. I designed them with one being a general hangout space and the other to be a study and collaboration space. Now, all of the multi-purpose activity rooms in the building would be reserved out in time slots by those ages 13 and older, with cameras for supervision when it comes to the appropriate age groups. The remaining rooms on the second floor are a maker's space and a viewing lounge. The maker's space is for arts and crafts of any kind, from painting and ceramics to crafts and all other kinds of artsy fun. The viewing lounge provides an overview of the sports court below and can function as seating for informal meetings that can either take place in the viewing lounge or downstairs in the sports court, auditorium style. Overall, I genuinely believe that the Sierra Vista Community Center is an incredible solution to a problem that has unfortunately existed for a very long time. In using ideas from the third place theory, I created a place that I wish existed when I was growing up. I mean, Sierra Vista is such a beautiful place to live, and as it grows, the Sierra Vista Community Center could be such an incredible addition to that change. With my creation and design of the facility, I believe that I have made a place that will bring the community together, be accessible for all, and become that third place for those who don't have one. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.